Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today, focusing in on a very intense and interesting topic and work, and that is the work of Dr. Masaru Emoto, a Japanese researcher who had studied the effects of consciousness and positive feelings, emotions, and experiences and its effect on water. A very interesting study that he did in his research. And he's actively practicing in Japan. And what he has done is he has looked at the effect of positive emotions, words, music, as well as negative words, music, emotions, consciousness, and its effect on water. And what he found, and there's a very important connection here, because water makes up about 70% of your physical body. So even though, we've got skin, hair, etc., all these things, we're generally 70% water. So 2/3 and greater amount of water. So that's why we need to stay hydrated. We need to stay very fluid. It's very important for our circulation, for our health, for our cellular structure, to really cleanse the cellular metabolism that's occurring on a consistent basis. The amount of cells that are creating all sorts. I don't know, is it 100 billion cells that are in the human body that are going, at lightning speed in all their processes of absorbing nutrients and turning it into energy and mobility and function, all the incredible capabilities that we have as people. So realizing that, a lot of our body is, created and made up of this amount of water, it's very important to understand then the effects of emotion, consciousness, on water, because Dr. Emoto had researched this and found some very interesting results. When he was able to expose water to positive emotions such as love, peace, gratitude, beauty, these sorts of things, they created a beautiful crystalline structure in the water itself. And you can take a look at this research if you like, and I can post some information if you're interested. But it had it crystallized. So if you've ever seen like a snowflake, and they say no two snowflakes are alike, and so that's called a crystalline structure. It's based on sacred geometry, basically, and sacred geometry is really the design of much of life. So you see it in like a pine cone, you see it in the sections of an orange, an apple, a pineapple. This is, all these designs are part of sacred geometry, and it's a crystalline structure, and it's really the structure and function of which that item grows. And he looked at, counter to that, he also looked at the experience of the negative emotions: anger, hate, resentment, Adolf Hitler, demon, all these sorts of things, and how then that presence affected water. And it created a very ugly sort of void. It created really kind of uncrystallized globs in the water itself. So rather than crystallizing, it more created an abnormality, or created what do you call it, a anomaly in the water. So rather than being crystalline and designed like a snowflake, it came out more like a smear or a blob or like a darkened area. So it's very important to understand that if you have been exposed to chronic abuse, someone who is not supportive of you, someone who's toxically yelling or giving you, negative emotions, criticism, smear campaign, and you're experiencing that anxiety, that fear, that guilt, all that toxicity, realize that it's very important to change and take control of that emotional resonance in your body, because The stress and the anxiety and the fear and the chronic, you know, experience exposure to that does overwhelm the body, and it does send it into an out of homeostasis, out of balance, and it creates an environment for illness to become to fester or to grow, an illness to develop. So, it's very important to take this very seriously. I think now in our world, it's so hectic, it's so chaotic. We're living in the information age, and a lot of people get almost used to this overstimulation. So it is very important to realize how important it is to let go of these toxic people in your life. And it's extremely serious because it has a very deleterious negative effect on the cellular metabolism in your body itself. So we're talking about your actual cells, and how it causes a weakness and a breaking down of natural functions. And it's really creating a situation where your body cannot perform the natural healing that it really should be able to. So that's why we see a lot of these immune disorders, a weakness to overeating, or cancer conditions, or financial issues that are covering up, and as a result of that, anxiety. So it's very important to really remove those toxic elements from your life, from your environment, and really cleanse those, and to get them out. Because if you allow that to fester, it creates the environment for disease and illness to manifest. And you don't want that to occur. It's something that you need to really then work to correct. And oftentimes through meditation, and through, as we're describing, that kind of like quantum method of healing, whereas you're allowing yourself to feel the more positive emotions in your body, that of love, that of gratitude, that of peace, that of happiness, that of bliss, and allowing yourself the permission to feel these through your body. Feeling these flood into your feet, into your legs, into your abdomen, into your shoulders, into your arms, and all through your heart region and into your head and beyond, and creating a vast circle around you of feeling this positive energy, and really allowing yourself to exist in that. And so if it's slowing yourself down and taking a moment to really realign yourself, it's very important, because it's really impacting you on a cellular level. It can help restore you to health and healing and balance that your body so craves. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.